There we go. There we go. See, like I said, it beefed it up right there again just by adding the voices to it. You know, it really layers it up quite a bit. Makes it sound pretty good. And I'm gonna go ahead and set it to, right now it's set on polyphonic, so you can play, you know, more than one note at a time, but I'm gonna set it to mono rotate and legato triller. That way you can play and it'll switch to the next note without restarting your envelope on there. So that's all we're really gonna do with the voicing tab on it. And now go into oscillation, and I'm just gonna hurry and change this right here is what's gonna determine that slide when you're changing between notes, like right there. See, that's too much, I think, so I like it right there just because it's a nice fast change, you know. But like I said, play around with that again. Another big one on here would be this is gonna do a lot on here, the oscillator phases. Go ahead and click restart via gate, and we're gonna go ahead and set oscillator 1 to about 90 and listen to the difference. See, it really, that beefs it up right there again. So I'm just, you know, go through and add more and more grit to it. So right now, you know, it's sounding pretty good, I think. Now I guess we'll go ahead and set the feedback on. Just click it and turn it on, and I'm gonna put quite a bit of feedback on this one. Set it like right about there. The thing about it is, yeah, you turn your feedback on right there, and then you go into your routing tab right here. You can actually set where the feedback takes over in, you know, a few different places, and it'll mess with your overall sound when you're done. So I'm gonna put it right here, and that'll be it on the feedback. Now on the inserts, go ahead and turn insert 1 on. I'm just gonna add a little bit of bit crusher on there, give it a little bit more, you know, down sound, or mess with the bits on it, and turn the crush down, dry wet down a little bit so it's not too much on there. You know, there's not much difference, but you know, you tweak around with stuff and put whatever you want on there. There that is. This is all taken care of now. I guess we'll go ahead and move on to the filters right here. So for filter 1, I'm actually going to use the same filter on both of these right here, because I'll show you later on. We're going to go through and actually set this to modulate between them and mess with it that way. But I like to use scream filter when I do stuff. So I'll go ahead and put the cutoff all the way up on it and turn the scream up just a little bit less resonance on there. And that's set. There we go. Filter 1's, and then I have all these set right in the middle. That way it can, you know, they're not going straight into one of the different filters. You can switch between them and it won't mess with your sound on it. And put that same thing on filter 2. Make sure the volume's turned up on it, or else you're not going to hear anything when you go back into the mix. If it's down like this, you go nothing. So make sure it's set down. This one I'm actually going to put the cutoff about a little over half, and I'll show you why later. We're going to change the modulation on these to do different things. And then set the scream and the resonance the same as the other filter above it. So you got your 2 different filters, and then that way that's part of the thing when you're actually doing like the automation of your bass line, is switching it up like this. You can do a lot more with them. For the effects, on effect 1, I'm going to go ahead and put the chorus effect on there. And nope, actually no, I'm going to put classic tube on there because it gives it a little bit drive to it, but we don't really need too much of it. So you turn the dry wet down quite a bit and drive down quite a bit too. So it's not really affecting the sound too much, but it's enough for me that I like it. In effect 2, go ahead and put a dimension expander, kind of widen the sound out a little bit, but again, not too much on this. A little bit goes a long ways on the dimension expander. So we'll set it just a little past about 3 o'clock or so. Then turn the size down a little bit, maybe right there. So it just kind of brings your sound out a little bit right there. So we got a nice sounding thing going on so far. But now the main, most important part is we're going to work on getting the wobbles automated on there and things and sounding pretty good. So, and on the EQ you can set it however you want. I like to put, boost the high up a little bit. Mess with this right here, you can choose to boost or reduce certain frequencies. So turn your boost up right here and then mess with the frequency on it, and it'll change what frequencies you're boosting on it. So I'll put it maybe right there, but again, that's just personal, whatever you want to do. But anyways, now we're going to get into the automating of these right here, the cutoffs on our filters. So it's usually set default to all LFOs right here, but I actually like to use performers when I do the bass lines, just because you can change them and make them go pretty cool and stuff. So click right here where it says LFO and go to performer, and then right here is where we're going to do all of our modulation. So you click this, I'm going to set it on this filter right here and turn it to the same place that this one cuts off. So just a little bit past half. There we go. So as you can see what that does right there. And then you can click on load curve right here and do whatever you want to it and add, make your patterns go however you want to. But I've got some saved. You can actually, right here too, you can go random if you want to, and randomize the curves to do whatever. And if you want to save some time, you can try doing stuff out like that. Again, I apologize if you can't hear this very good. I don't know how good the sound's going to be going on this, but I'm going to go ahead and load one I've already got saved up right here. Boom. There we go. And that's the cool thing about the performer is you can do a lot with the sawtooth shaped waves on there to make your wobbles go however you want, and it really makes it sound really good. So there I've got my stuff set on there, and I've got the crossfade between these two set with one of the macro knobs right here, because on my machine I can turn a knob and you can see right here that it changes right there. So if I want to change between these two patterns, all I have to do is turn that knob, and that opens a lot of possibilities for making your bass line change up and stuff right there. So I'm happy with these two, how they are right there. And so now I'm going to work on filter number 2 to get it set a little bit different. So we're going to go into number 8, change it from the LFO to the performer right here, and set it on this one. And now we're going to drag it the opposite way as the other one. So they're both going in the same, filtering out the same amount of the same frequencies. But the cool thing is, I'll load me another preset I have made up for it. But on this one, when you're doing these sawtooth ones right here, the wobbles are they wobble like that. But on this one, since we flipped it opposite, it's going to have more of a stab sound to it. So if we switch over to this one,